else feel like we're living in a dystopian future where toilet paper and hand sanitizer are currency? Hi YouTube, I'm Taylor and welcome to Ginger Next Door. What a time to be alive, am I right? Everything has been so stressful the past week or so, more than that. But I needed to take a break. I needed a second to take my mind off of things and just play with some freaking makeup and do this unnecessarily glam makeup look for me to go sit in my bed, eat snacks, and watch. It's not anything interesting. It's Grey's Anatomy. If you, like me, have been feeling just kind of yuck and like level 10 stressy, take a breath and let's just play with some makeup for a few minutes so that we can get our brains off of all of the stressful things going on. I highly encourage taking a minute. I feel better. I feel a lot better actually. Taking a minute and just playing with some makeup or doing something that you enjoy. So for today's look, I played with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I'm actually really excited about how this turned out. If you'd like to see how I got to this point, then just keep watching. Can't do makeup with your hair in your face. Okay, first I'm gonna prime my face using the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I love this primer. It gives like the prettiest. I just realized I have not sanitized my hands yet. Also, in present times, we're gonna start with sanitizer. Should probably start with sanitizer all the time, but usually first thing in the morning, my hands are clean and washed. Just gonna get a little of that in there. Everyone's favorite skincare product, 2020. Okay. That is smelly. Okay, I'm gonna start by priming my face with the Becca First Light Priming Filter. Let's take a pump of that on the back of my hand. I love this stuff. It gives the prettiest glow to your skin without making you look like you're greasy or oily. Okay, now that my face is feeling nice and primed, I'm gonna take this Pixi Under Eye Concealer. This is in the shade Brightening Peach. This just helps to even out my little dark circles that like to shine through. And I'm just taking that on a Morphe R33 brush. How's everyone doing? How's everyone keeping busy? I would love to know what shows you're binge watching on Netflix, especially if they are of the true crime genre. Okay, now that that's taken care of, I'm going to take my foundation. I'm using the Loreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Infallible. So many words on these packages. I'm going to take like not even a full pump. A tiny bit of this goes a long way, so I'm just going to take like a half a pump. Oh. And where's my sponge? I like this foundation a lot because it is so liquidy that you can use just a tiny bit and get more of like a sheer coverage, which is what I generally prefer. I keep saying I'm going to do like a super full coverage makeup look and I keep forgetting to do it because I never do super full coverage. The only reason I don't do super full coverage is because if I don't have freckles, I look really odd. So I like them to show through, even if it's just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And let's use this guy. This is an e.l.f. blush brush. It works perfect for setting powders, especially because it gets in your under eyes really nicely because of the shape. Man, I'm pale. Let's fix that by warming up my face a little bit with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I'm going to take this big giant brush. This is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe, JH01. Just going to take that on my, oh, chocolatey, got that in my mouth a little bit. I'm going to take that on my cheeks and around my forehead. Just a little bit over here on the jawline as well. Really create the illusion that I've left the house in the last few days. You know what I just remembered? I was gonna do my eyeshadows first because I think that the colors that I'm using today are probably gonna flake all over my cheeks because they're pinks and stuff. Oh well. It's not like I'm going anywhere that it needs to look really incredible, right? Okay, next I'm going to take a little bit of blush. This is the Buxom Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in the shade Seychelles. This is why I don't use this blush on camera, because I don't know how to say the freaking name and I feel like an idiot. Just putting that on the cheeks, obviously, because that's where blush goes. Okay, and then for highlighter, I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill loose highlighter in the shade High Volt. And why did I feel like I said that really weird? High Volt. I'm going to use this with one of her highlighter brushes. Where is it? It's this little tiny fan brush guy that's really great. This is the J03 brush. Oh, bless. Take that a little bit on my nose and my upper lip as well. And a little bit on the forehead, just because might as well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows really quickly. I'm gonna do this off camera because it's extensive, so I'll be right back. Now that the eyebrows are on, real quick, I just wanted to tell you I use the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim pencil, and I just recently started using this Benefit 24-hour brow setter to set my eyebrows. What a freaking game changer. If you have not tried this, I can't recommend it enough. Thanks to everyone who told me to try it, because I put it on Instagram a while ago and they were sold out for a couple of weeks when I tried to get it. So it's really good. If you're looking for a good brow setter, that's the one. I feel like I'm stalling because I absolutely love this palette, but it's very intimidating. This is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. It's the most colorful. Oh, did I just? Yep, sure did. Just took a little chunk out of this guy with my pinky, like an idiot. Anyways, just gonna wipe that on my sweatpants. This palette is gorgeous. It has some of the most delicious shades. My brain tends to want to stay like up in this region where like it's comfy, but we're gonna play down here today. It's gonna be fine. It's been a little while. Now that I don't work in a makeup store, I feel like I don't challenge myself with makeup as much as I used to. So I'm gonna put myself to a challenge today and try to use some of those brighter colors. I'm thinking I want to do kind of like a sunset type eyeball with like a pop of color in the inner corner. And I already kind of prepped my eyelids. I took my foundation up over my eyelid just a tiny bit and then set it with that Maybelline powder. So that's how I generally like to set my eyelids. Sometimes I'll use an eyelid primer, but that's been working really well for me lately. So hopefully today's a good day as well. She's stalling. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is get myself a crease color. I'm going to take this medium-sized fluffy brush. This is a Morphe R37 brush. I love these because they have little rose gold on them. I think they're just gorgeous. I always love the names that Jaclyn does for her palettes because these two are named after her dogs, and that makes me want to cry a little bit because I'm weird. So I'm going to take this color right here that's called Lolly Mama. And I'm going to take that on the outer corner and through the crease as kind of a starting place. Thinking I'm going to go pink to orange to yellow. I'm going to try not to totally overthink my entire life right now. The pigmentation on this is bananas, and also not one little fleck of that fell onto my face. Obviously I haven't done any blending yet, but that's better than a lot of pinks do. I did not expect that to be that pigmented. Wowzers. Okay, we're here, we're in. I'm just patting this into my outer corner so I can figure out where I want it, and then I'm going to blend it a little bit so I don't have any weird patchiness. I don't understand how that's so pigmented. Okay. I don't know why I'm shocked. I always love my Morphe palettes. It's been a long time since I've had a pink that's like shown up so well. I just got level 10 excited. I barely had to do anything to blend that out. Great. We're here, we're in. Okay, I'm gonna just keep this little brush handy. It's like this is the JH34 brush. I'm just gonna keep this one handy with no extra product on it to help to blend out like the edges a tiny bit. So I feel like sometimes that's where things get wonky when you're doing a colorful eye, is when you're trying to blend multiple colors together and you don't have a clean brush to do it. Okay, so if you can see, I kept most of the color on the very outer corner and then I blended it out and blended it into my crease like about 2/3 of the way. Math. I'm gonna go with this color, Tipsy Girl. It's not about being tipsy like a girl, it's about her dog whose name is Tipsy. I'm embarrassing, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna take this JH35 brush It's a little bit smaller brush than the other one was. This is a little bit brighter pink, so oh. Okay, do you see how insanely pink that is? I'm gonna keep this really close to the lid and not as much in the crease. Just to give a little dimension. I love this already. Hopefully the whole eye continues to be great because I am really happy about this. Okay, keeping that just barely in the crease and on the very outer corner. I'm putting that mostly on the lid. Oh, what a time to be alive. I'm gonna take that semi-clean brush just to use that to blend those two colors together a little bit more. Okay, and then just to darken up that very outer corner a little bit, I'm going to use one of these little tiny pencil brushes. This is a JH40 brush. I'm going to take the shade right here that's called Oh Hello and put that just on the very, very outer corner just to darken things up a tiny bit. And keeping that right next to the lash line and like the very, very outer spots. Okay, and then actually I'm feeling like I still need like even tiny bit darker. I'm gonna wait though until I've got some more colors on the lid before I start doing anything crazy. Okay, I'm gonna move into the orangey shades. To kind of help that to transition, I'm gonna take this shade right here that's called Heart On. Heart On. I'm going to use this little brush to like place the color and then blend it out with something else. And I'm going to place this right on the center of the lid. This is our transition to get us from pink to orange. Yes, this is working. Okay. And I'm just dragging that towards the pink to make that blend a little bit more. Trying to channel like all of my inner Nikki tutorial vibes because I feel like that girl knows how to blend colors together like a freaking artist. And I'm just a little intimidated by these colors. But that's okay. It's literally just makeup. It washes off your face. If you totally screw it up and feel like an idiot, it honestly just doesn't matter. Nothing's on the line, especially because guess what? The only person that's going to see this makeup look is myself and my Netflix. I'm just patting that on the center of the lid and then blending it out. And I'm kind of just like tapping it on there. Seems to be working wonderfully. We definitely have some transition happening there. I really hope that you can see it in the camera. Okay, next I am going to take this shade right here called My Man. It's a brighter orange. And actually that technique worked really well, so I'm going to take another brush that's shaped exactly like that. See, this is why I have to have multiples of brushes that look the exact same. This is a Sigma. It's been used so many times that it's barely there. E55. And starting right at the end of where that other color was, just do the same thing to help it transition. Okay. Went up a little too high. That's alright. And I'm just placing the color and like sweeping backwards. And then patting just a tiny bit more onto where there's no shadow. I really wish that I had not just smacked my lid like that. It's alright. These colors are seriously blending so well and playing so nicely with each other. It's very nice. Okay, and now that most of the product is off of my brush, I'm just patting a little bit towards the inner corner to help that transition happen. Yes. Hey, I am kind of digging this. These eyeshadows are sisters, not twins, because it's really hard to get that exact same blend 2 times. I'm gonna more orange on this guy. Ahoy hoy. Okay. We're getting closer-ish. I'm gonna take this color right here that's called Feelin' Myself. This is like our last orangey shade. And I'm gonna take that on... I'm actually gonna use a little flat brush for this. This is a JH41 brush. And I'm just gonna pat that on the very inner part of the lid. I love that color. It looks like the color of mac and cheese powder, and it's wonderful. And just blending that up a little bit so there's not a super intense line there. That transitioned pretty nicely. I wish that my lighting was a little bit better so you could see it, but you get the idea. Listen, we're not a professional film studio. This is just my room, okay? Okay, and then using just the other side of this brush that's clean, I'm gonna take this color right here that's called Positivity, and just give myself a tiny bit more, just on like it's barely gonna make a difference, but I will know that it's there. Then to help the edges blend out a little bit more, since I wasn't using a fluffy brush and blending like I normally do, I'm just gonna take this brush, hold for jets. So I like this brush a lot for blending out edges. It has like almost a little bit more of a flat top. This is the JH36 brush, and I'm just gonna take that to help this has nothing on it. I'm going to just use that to blend the edges out. Windshield wiper motions. It just helps it to like fade onto your eyelid and help everybody be friends with each other. Okay, to finish off the upper lid, I'm just adding a little bit of this like deeper pinky color. It's called Next in the palette. And I'm just smudging that right along my lash line just to give that top lid a little bit more definition. Yay! Okay, and then basically everything I did to the top lid, I'm gonna do to my lower lash line. So starting with our brightest pink color that's called Tipsy Girl, I'm just gonna clean this brush really quick on a little cotton round. These are actually reusable cotton rounds that I got on Amazon. They're really great. You can use them for like your skincare and stuff. I use them as makeup remover or like to clean brushes between colors. It works really lovely. Okay, so Tipsy Girl is going to go on the very outer corner on that lower lash line and help to blend that little section right there. Okay, last thing to finish off my eyeballs. I'm going to take this color right here that's called No Joke. It's this bright, wonderful yellow shade. And I'm just going to put that on the very inner corner instead of an inner corner highlight. The pigmentation on that yellow is lovely. It's not showing up super great in the viewfinder, but it's there. I feel like shades like this are hard because you want to layer them a ton so that they show up darker. But when you layer them, it's almost like they disappear. It's very weird. Just with yellows in general. Okay, then, oh, just kidding. I said that was the last thing. Actual last thing. I'm just going to add a brow bone highlight. And I'm just going to use that Jaclyn Hill highlighter again on a little Morphe M169 brush. I'm just going to take that on the brow bone. I feel like when I don't have mascara or lipstick on yet, I can't decide if I like this or not. I think I do, but it just like needs that last couple of things to finish it off. I always feel like that when I do makeup. I am gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. Okay, and then I also have been actually really loving this lash serum from Maybelline. This is the Lash Sensational Boosting Serum. So I curl my lashes, put this on so that it has time to dry before my mascara, and I feel like it just has been making my mascara look a lot better lately, and my lashes seem to be a little bit healthier. I've only been using it for a couple weeks, so I haven't seen any like insane growth or anything like that, but I just feel like it makes my lashes look better, especially because they're so clear. It just really helps to like separate them and works as a great as a primer. Okay, and then while that primer is kind of drying and doing its thing, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. I like to set my face before I do my mascara. I feel like sometimes when I use a setting spray on top of mascara, it can make my mascara do like weird things where it wants to stick to each other, so I like to just do this before that. This is almost gone, so I hope some comes out. This is the Morphe setting spray. Just gonna, okay. Oh, good. Generous. Gotta keep this makeup on the whole day while I lay around and watch shows and eat Cadbury eggs. No! Ooh. This is the most unnecessary thing I've ever done in my life, but I can't tell you how much joy it brings me. You know what they should make? Have you seen when you go to like Universal Studios and places like that, you can buy those weird water sprayers that like have a fan on them and it squirts water? They should do that, but with setting spray. Like, it's a setting spray that also has a fan attached to it. What are we doing? Someone invent that. It's my $1 billion quarantine idea. Now for mascara, as always, I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Who am I kidding? I need to get really close to my mirror for this, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. Are you kidding me? Ugh! You know what? Listen, look, it's gonna have a tiny fleck of black on it. So I can only do so much. My camera died while I was in the process of doing the lip portion of this. So just so you know, this is the Becca. I just put a lip liner all over my lips because I really like this color. It's in the shade Weekend, and then I put this Fenty Beauty gloss over the top. That's in the shade Fussy. And my hair is sticking to it. I'm actually really pleased with how this look turned out, even though it's not going to be going out into the world anytime soon. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for being here. I hope that you're holding up okay and keeping busy as much as you can. If you're like binging anything really good on Netflix right now, please let me know your recommendations, and I will see you in my next video. I think I'm going to be pushing out quite a few videos over the next couple of weeks as I am home and bored. So if you'd like to see more of those, please subscribe and check out the old videos as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.